Eamon, what are you hearing?
Yeah, I'm just texting some people right now, Andrew, to see what we can confirm on this. And what it looks like from this Reuters wire report that just crossed is this is putting some teeth into the threat to delist these guys from U.S. systems, right? So what they're doing is putting some muscle behind that September 20th date that Stephen Mnuchin told us about earlier in the week. This doesn't mean necessarily, the way I read it, that there's no deal happening right now or no possibility of a deal between now and September 20th. So what we're getting now is some information directly from the Commerce Department, and I'm literally being sent this as I stand here. So bear with me 1 second. So now we have Commerce Department. This is an email from the Commerce Department prohibiting WeChat and TikTok transactions to protect the national security of the United States. So this is now official in the past couple of seconds here as I'm talking to you, Andrew. They're saying in response to President Trump's executive orders signed August 6, 2020, the Department of Commerce today announced prohibitions on transactions relating to mobile applications, WeChat and TikTok, to safeguard the national security of the United States. So there you have it, official announcement of this. That was an exclusive breaking news piece from Reuters. Now the rest of the world has it directly from the Commerce Department. But again, they seem to be leaving some wiggle room here for the president to pull a rabbit out of the hat in terms of announcing a deal before that deadline that would prevent this from happening. Only the folks inside these companies and inside the White House know exactly where those negotiations stand as of this minute and whether that's a reasonable prospect or not, whether there is some deal that could be done before this prohibition goes into effect on the 20th, Andrew.
Eamon, and I know you've been literally doing this on air with us as you've been reading that email, but just in terms of looking at that language from the Commerce Department, the idea that there's a little bit of room, how much room do we really think there is? Do you believe that this was this is part of a negotiating tactic? I mean, historically, and maybe you got to throw history out, is it the kind of thing where we've ever seen the Commerce Department put out a statement one day? And I mean, I guess anything's possible in this day and age, but, 24 hours, 48 hours, things could change?
I mean, I think the amount of wiggle room we have is 48 hours, right? I mean, today is September 18th. The deadline is September 20th. The question is, can they pull off some, multifaceted deal that solves all the pieces of this equation between now and then? That seems like a long shot. It seems difficult, but who knows behind the scenes how advanced things are? And this is putting some muscle behind the president's threat, saying we're actually going to do this, right? I mean, earlier in the week we saw this movement of momentum toward a deal. It seemed like that 20% acquisition by Oracle might get the official blessing of Washington. And then you saw those Republican senators come out with a letter saying, wait a second, this doesn't come anywhere near solving the national security implications we said were the reason we wanted to do this in the first place. Then you saw the president back off of that and say, wait a second, I haven't approved anything either. And that's where the deal momentum began to fall apart. Now, this puts some teeth into it, and we do have a statement here from Wilbur Ross, the Commerce Secretary. He says, today's actions prove once again that President Trump will do everything in his power to guarantee our national security and protect Americans from the threats of the Chinese Communist Party. And that statement, Andrew, underscores the political reality here for the president, which is that he needs to be seen politically as the toughest person on China in this debate. He does not want to have Senate Republicans saying, hey, wait, you chickened out, you didn't go all the way. He has to be the hardest line on China politically, and so that's where he wants to be.